Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about multiple representations of linear functions. Okay, linear functions can be represented in several ways. By a graph, by a set of ordered pairs. It can also be represented by a table or by an equation. And there are two types of equations or two types of forms of equation that we're going to talk about today, the slope-intercept form and the standard form. Okay. Remember that it's a linear function when the graph is a straight line. The key to success is to know how to move between the different representation. So if you're given a graph, how can you create a table? If you're given an equation, how can you create a graph from it? Okay, let's talk about some linear functions basics. Every linear function has a slope, which is represented by the variable m, and a y-intercept, which is represented by the variable b. Let's take a look at this example. So we have an equation y equals 1 half x minus 3. This equation is in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So that means the value of the slope is 1 half and the value of the y-intercept is negative 3. If we are asked to graph this equation or this function, we are going to start with the y-intercept. Our y-intercept is negative 3, 0, negative 3. So we're going to plot that point on the graph, 0, negative 3, and then we're going to use the slope, which is the ratio of rise over run, 1 over 2. So that means from the y-intercept, you have to go up 1 unit and then 2 units to the right, rise over run. So there's our second point. Now all we have to do is to connect those 2 points and we have the graph of y equals 1 half x minus 3. Let's talk about standard form. Graphing in slope-intercept form is easy because we are able to identify the value of the slope and the y-intercept just by looking at the equation. So when given a standard form equation, we need to convert it to slope-intercept form. Here's another example. We are asked to graph 2x minus 3y equals 6. Remember, if it's written in standard form, it's in the form ax plus by equals c. This is the standard form. So for us to convert it to slope-intercept form, we need to get the y by itself. First, we need to subtract the x from both sides. In this case, we're going to subtract 2x on both sides of the equation. So that leaves us with negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 6. So we're just going to bring down the negative 2x and the positive 6. And then we're going to divide everything by the coefficient of y, which is negative 3. So we're going to divide everything by negative 3. So that gives us y equals 2/3 x minus 2. Now, how did it become positive 2/3? Negative 2 divided by negative 3 gives us a positive product. So that's why it's positive 2/3. 6 divided by negative 3 gives us negative 2. So that's the slope-intercept form of the standard form 2x minus 3y equals 6.